beautiful green boat. They took some honey and plenty of money, wrapped up in a 5-pound note. The owl looked out to the stars above and sang to a small guitar. Oh, lovely pussy, oh pussy, my love, what a beautiful pussy you are, you are, you are. What a beautiful pussy you are. Pussy said to the owl, you elegant fowl, how charmingly sweet you sing. Oh, let us be merry, too long we are tarry, but what shall we do for a ring? They sailed away for a year and a day to the land where the palm tree grows. And there in a wood, a piggy-wig stood, with the ring at the end of his nose, his nose, his nose, with the ring at the end of his nose. So they took it away and were married next day by the turkey who lives on the hill. They dined on mince and slices of quince, which they ate with the runcible spoon, and hand in hand on the edge of the sand they danced by the light of the moon. They danced by the light of the moon.
There we are. We're all there. How rare is it that we're all here at the start? Oh,
it's rarefied form, dude. What's up?
All bar the Z-Beam. I think he's already sent me a message that he probably won't be able to make it today. How are we, kids?
The Z-Beam is MIA once again.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was like 3 o'clock or something this morning, just for something different from Z-Beam.
Totally. Total change of pace.
To get a message from him. Yeah, it's very unusual practice from him. He just said he's got stuff on tomorrow. And then invited me around for whiskey and stuff, and I was like, not on a Tuesday night. I've got work to do.
He's just got too much stuff to do. Like, go to the pub. Got it.
How are you, Scungy?
Okay.
Just okay?
Yeah, just okay. You know,
That's
I'm a little bit good because my kids are at school.
That's a little bit good.
It's all right.
good.
Yeah. It's
sorry, keep going.
I don't know. It's just I used to hate when my kids went to school. I didn't like it. I missed them. It's only been a recent thing that I feel a great sense of relief when they go to school.
That's a new feeling.
I was at the supermarket yesterday, and this lady, you know, I don't really know who she is, but we always used to say g'day when I worked there. And when I walked past, she was at the batteries and she's singing to herself at the batteries. And I go, that's a little bit too happy for buying batteries. And she goes, my kids are back at school. Of course I'm happy. So, yeah, kind of you're expressing the same kind of sentiment.
I guess. I mean, look, lots of people, but the thing is, I never used to understand them. I'd be like, what do you mean you're happy that your kids aren't with you? Like, surely you're happier when they're around. But, yeah, now I get it.
Reminds me of that Pantera song. Won't you please just give me 5 minutes alone? Or however it goes. You know,
well, I guess, like, you know, the thing is that, like, you know, I don't necessarily want Olivia to go to, like, daycare or school, whatever you want to call it. But, like, I have, like, the overwhelming pressure of, like, making money and going to work and doing this and doing that. And it's like, that, like, never goes away. I realized this the other day. I mean, not just the other day, but I forget who I was talking with about this. But, like, we've managed to create a society that's like, you just have to work forever or just live outside on the ground and die kind of deal here. Not so much in Australia as much as it is in the States, but, like, it's just like, what? I just want to hang out with my daughter. It's like, well, it's Wednesday. You better go make money. Like, oh, what? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. It's a weird vibe.
I probably should get some pleasantries out of the way. Again, James Hukulak has come in first past the post. Yet another bucket of kudos out in the post to you, James. Well done. And yet another runner-up place to S, who seems to be quite annoyed that he's been beaten out by James H again, even though the clock tells me it was by a good 6 minutes. So, S, you know, you can't blame James for being punctual. Pick your act up, lad. Mickham probably asleep. That was quite a loud bang. Oh, is that just the screen door? Yeah, it's like one of my screen doors just doesn't have any gas left in the strut, so you let it go and it just goes bang, and those things make a fabulous noise. Pipex, how are you? BJ, how are you? Did Corey finish yet? Are we going over Corey? I'd hate to, you know, cut his what is it? Cut his grass.
I don't know.
Cut his lunch. Zip Gun, how you going? Aubrey Wright, g'day mate. Good to have you back again. Alyssa Bentley. Alyssa was cranky, and then the photo and the song made her less angry, shall we say?
That's right.
And was I right? Is The Owl and the Pussycat a T.S. Eliot poem? Or
I don't know.
By someone
I
else?
don't know who wrote it.
I know he's well known for making up words and stuff, like with his Cats poem and stuff.
I didn't think it was him, but I could be wrong.
He has the land where the bong trees grow, and a runcible spoon. What the devil is a runcible spoon? I think he's making up words. Rico Stan, how are you? Two Dougs, g'day. Paddy, Shaddy, Paddy. Big D, g'day. It says screw James, man. Scotty, Alien World Aquatics.
Patty's petite tank says don't trot on Corey. Well, considering I had physical contact with Corey today, I can trot on him if I like.
Yeah, I mean, last time I looked, there was like 868 people watching or something. I don't think we're stealing too much of his audience.
He'll be fine.
He'll be all right on the night.
I mean, he said his stream's set to members only.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So I didn't click in then. I must have just seen 868 watching from the
Well, I think that's how many people are watching, but you can't comment and stuff.
Ah, right. Gotcha.
You can't interact.
I'm not sure if I actually clicked on it either, because I think I had Bentley's stream open and running, and there's a ladies' night one running as well on Shanna's channel.
I don't know. Bentley had like 70,000 people watching. He's pretty famous now.
Well, I mean, he hangs out with Corey too. I think he went, but based on the title of his live stream, he went and got his fair share of free pizza also.
Oh, yeah. There was an event at Aquarium Co-op this last weekend. I couldn't go because Olivia got sick.
That'd be a long drive just for a free slice or two, wouldn't it?
Well, it's for an event. It's for the people. You know, go say hi to the peoples.
Yeah, right.
You know, talk to the peoples. Yell at them.
Touch the fans.
Yell at them as loud as humanly possible. But the problem with that is Olivia got sick, and I didn't want to get other people sick. And yeah, I've got her sickness now. So it's clear that whatever she had is contagious. It's not COVID though. Don't worry.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a thought earlier in the week. It's only Wednesday, maybe over the weekend. Sunday, Monday, I just felt wrong for 2 days.
Uh-huh.
And I started having those little thoughts in the back of my mind. Do I have COVID? I was like, no, I probably just ate too much chocolate while there was too much bourbon in my belly. So I've given up chocolate. That's my announcement for the week. I've given up chocolate again.
I just had some chocolate.
I know. That's why it was so hard to watch. You saw me walk away.
It was like Ghirardelli's dark chocolate with raspberry. So good.
You had me at dark.
Yeah. I don't do that milk chocolate. That stuff's disgusting. It's trash.
Oh, yeah, that's potentially what's been ruining my lower digestive system for quite a little while now, is eating that stuff. Because when I go. You
go in straight to the paint.
Oh, Jesus. I was actually surprised. I'd left a few squares in the package the next morning, but I still felt wrong. And then I thought, every time I seem to eat chocolate after I've had a few syrups, my guts are just ruined for the next day. But on the plus side, then I fast for 24 hours because I just feel so wrong, and then I have like a piece of toast the next day, and I'm back on deck almost.
Wild. It's wild stuff. What are you doing?
It's an experiment. Over there? What do you mean?
I'm just wondering what you're doing. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? What's going on? What's the deal here? You eat too many chocolates, then you get sick.
And then a week later, I do it again. I'm not learning from my mistakes. So it's pretty much an experiment that I'm going to stop that for a while. It potentially will assist me in losing a few kilos, and it potentially will also give me my days back that I lose from, I survive hangovers these days. I can drink and have a hangover and be all right, but I'm pretty sure I'm doing the maths now and working out that, it's when I do that excess load. No one should eat the amount of chocolate I do when I binge chocolate. It's ridiculous.
Okay. That's what's going on.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that's the ticket. Rico, did I say hi to you? G'day. Actually, Alyssa, me and Scungy and Corvus were discussing off mic before we came live that I was potentially giving up coffee as well, but it doesn't give me issues. I only have like 1 cup of coffee when I wake up in the morning. Yeah, it doesn't mess with me at all, but I just, I feel that I just don't need it anymore. I used to be in a stage of my life where I couldn't start my day without a cup of coffee and a couple of cigs.
Yeah.
But, maybe it's something that I don't need in my life. And what was the one you suggested, Scungy? I might give that a go. I like the sound of it, even though it was agreed upon that it's not necessarily tasty.
Yerba mate.
Yerba mate.
Yerba.
Yerba mate.
Yerba. Yeah, so because I've been having, so I first was having one that had cacao and yerba mate and guarana and maca in it.
Maca.
And
what's maca?
Yeah, so I love maca. Okay, maca is like a root, and it's, I don't know, I love it. It gives you like a boost, like an energy boost. It's not like caffeinated. It's meant to be good for your sexual health. Like I think it's like reproductive stuff. It's been beneficial too, but it's also good for kind of stress and anxiety kind of stuff. But I really like maca. The first time I had it, it was crazy because I had it and it's gross. I hate it, the taste of it. But I had the maca and it was like this massive burst of energy. It was really good. So I liked, and I was having that drink with those 4 ingredients. And it was really good. And then I noticed when I stopped having it that I felt that kind of like I was like looking for it. But then I went to try and I couldn't find the other one I'd had. So now the one that I've got it's got cacao and yerba mate and lion's mane mushrooms in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm finding that that's really got a similar boost. So I'm guessing since the same ingredients are cacao and yerba mate. However, I've had heaps of drinks with cacao before and not had this effect. So I think it's the yerba mate that's giving this. It's not buzzy. It's just like a little bit clear in the morning. I like it. A bit
more alive.
Yeah, I'm liking it a lot.
Can you see the chat? Is that the correct spelling from GRB? If I know when I'm looking for it. Welcome back, BJ.
No, that's not even close to it. It's 2 words, YERBA, and then the other word is MATE, but your E has a little guy on it.
Tilde. No, tilde's the squiggly one, isn't it? What's the slope called? Just an accent or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? Who cares? Yerba, mate. Sure. Sounds like something an Australian would say. She's all yerba, mate. Means everything's okay. Everything's up.
But yeah. But as we said, neither of these drinks are especially tasty. Not like coffee. Like I love coffee. I love the taste of coffee.
Well, so I think that's become my like I said earlier. I'm no connoisseur of coffee, and I think one of the things that's making me want to just ditch it is that it just doesn't taste as good as it used to. And I experiment with
instant coffee,
more sugar, cream, milk. I've done all this fiddling around in the last few weeks to try and find out my ideal cup of coffee. But yeah, like you say, it's potentially I'm not going to find my ideal cup of coffee in a jar of instant coffee. But I'd rather ditch it And then instead of trying to become some kind of coffee snob like Corvus.
I'm not really a coffee snob, man. I just like coffee. I just drink a lot of coffee. I wish I was a coffee snob, but you know, the reality is like if I make some fresh Folgers or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like it's basically as good as the other coffee that's like 10 times the price, you know? I just like coffee a lot. So I mean, I even like bad coffee. I'm just like, yeah, let's do it, you know?
Yeah,
so I got that going for me.
I haven't seen your
that's a beneficial thing as far as I'm concerned, because like I don't want to be out here spending no $100 on a pound of coffee or something crazy like that. I buy it at Costco even. Like I go buy it in the big bulk giant container, like the biggest thing they have.
But like just instant coffee.
I like instant coffee also.
But is that what you're talking about when you buy the massive things? Because like the one coffee, I found this one. It was like $2.
It's ground coffee. I put it in my coffee maker. I don't know. Do you guys call that instant coffee? Well, we have instant coffee here. You just add the hot water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's instant coffee, but I much prefer it if it's brewed. Like I don't know different beans. I don't spend money on it. I like it.
Do the Vietnamese 3-in-1 packets of coffee. You know what I'm talking about?
But if they're Vietnamese, does that mean that they have heaps of sugar? Because every drink I've had from a Vietnamese place has been so sugar loaded that
it's not crazy sugar loaded, but it has sugar in it. That's why it's called 3-in-1. It's coffee, cream, and sugar. But like I drink those all the time. But I get ones that don't have any sugar in them too. So I mean I don't know, dude. I love coffee. So and I'm not a snob about it. Like I don't care. You know.
I love it. I'm not overly snobby.
If I'm in Europe, I'm like, yeah, I'll have a cappuccino or a latte or whatever, dude. Like, let's go. You know. They're like, oh, okay. Then they bring out the tiny cup, and I'm like, you're gonna have to bring another one of those. That's tiny.
Those tiny cups are ridiculous unless your macchiato is your thing.
The macchiato.
One of the happiest days of my life was when that was the first day I discovered cold brew coffee, but it was like in Queensland in the middle of summer, and it was so stinking hot. And I was at this festival, and there was like this stall, and the guy had all these, you know, coffees, and he was, and I like stopped to have a look, and he had like all different ones, you know, different flavors and brews all up on his thing. And he was explaining to me about the cold brew coffee, which this is a number of years ago, and I never heard of it before. And I was like, I just don't want any of these ones because they all have sugar in them. I just want the black. Can you just give me the black coffee? And he was like, oh, all I have is like this, the base that I base all the drinks off in this. And he had this giant thing of it. And I was like, I want that. I want that. And he filled up my water bottle like, full of this ice cold brew coffee. And because I love coffee, but it can make me feel a bit shit in the guts if I overdo it. But the cold brew like didn't. And so it was like mega summer, and I was just sculling these bottles every day. I was going and refilling all my bottles full of cold brew coffee. And it was just the best. I loved it so much.
Isn't that something that they tout about cold brew coffee, is that it doesn't affect your guts as much as cooked coffee? Brewed coffee,
well, like
warm, hot.
They do. But I didn't really believe it until I experienced it. Like I couldn't have drunk that much regular coffee without feeling a bit quite ill and having to go to the toilet. But sorry, I just have to check if that's the cow man.
I was going to say other things. Scungy was saying earlier that while she was outside having a smoke, there was a very, very large brown snake, second deadliest snake on the planet, getting around right near her, and her dog was very interested. So she's probably going to be very interested every time her dog barks, thinking it might be another big snake. No cowman?
Big dogs, cowman? What's a
Yeah,
cow name?
Nah.
I thought you might be more interested in checking if she was barking at a snake, but that didn't sound like a dog's snake bark.
No, it didn't. It was very much a dog car kind of bark.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
And-
So there's
Yes.
meant to be, my mum has arranged for the guy with the cows to bring his cow back to the paddock for a while. So she's apparently his favorite cow or something. And then when she has a baby, he needs to keep her separated, and he likes to bring her to our paddock to
That was the same one that was there. It was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
It was quite a while ago.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not that happy about it because it means not just gates. We have to do all the gates properly when there's cow in there, but largely there's going to be cow poo in my paddock, and so my dog is going to love that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So
she
I'm
likes
gonna-
a bit of that to chew on and roll in.
Yep. So I'm worried that once the cow is here, I'm going to have to like wash the dog like every day, or else make her live outside forever.
Or you just you don't have that much water pressure in your taps, do you? I was going to say every time she rolls in poo, you hose her down with a high pressure hose, and then she learns that it's probably not so savoury to roll in cow poo.
I think though it's too long between when she rolls in the poo and when she gets the wash treatment for her to connect that it was rolling in the poo that made her.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
what
why
I
they say
reckon.
you shouldn't rub your dog's nose in its poo, because generally you've missed it by a
Yeah.
long time.
If you don't catch them in the act, you just have to clean it properly and pay more attention next time.
G'day, Porter Grip. Yeah, I'm just going to have to disappear for a sec. So talk amongst yourselves. My nurse's page has gone off.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Use some of that. Hi, Mum. My eldest son is here and he's doing some gardening, which is nice. He's just collecting ash from the fire to mix into the dirt. So,
Oh. Ash from the fire. Oh, somebody's complaining that
what are they complaining about?
somebody's complaining about the Minecraft server's broken. Yeah, something weird is going on.
On Minecraft?
Yeah, our Minecraft server, something weird is happening.
Do you know anything about okay, my son plays Minecraft, but we have a Nintendo Switch and he wants to be able to play with his friend, but he's convinced that he could only play with his friend if he can play it on a PC. And I don't know about that. I don't know anything about it. Do you know anything about that? Do you have to be on a PC to like actually play with other people?
You can play with other people on Xbox, I think. We have like some people on our server that play on Xbox that come onto the server. So,
but not on Switch, because Xbox is a Microsoft product, isn't it? Which makes sense that it would be compatible with your PC stuff.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you can play Minecraft on the Switch or not. That I don't know.
You can play it on the Switch, but just whether or not you can do it socially on the Switch, is the question.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right,
I don't
that's
know about the
okay.
Switch.
I don't know. I just
never
don't know how to find out about it. I suppose, like, Google.
We could probably Google it.
Yeah, I
Can
guess.
you play Minecraft on a Switch? So Nintendo has Minecraft. Okay, so you can play.
He's got Minecraft on the Switch, but he wants to play it with his friends, or his one friend.
A server. Players who already own Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition will receive the new version of Minecraft free of charge. It allows Minecraft players on Switch to play with other players on non-Nintendo devices like iOS, Android, Xbox, and Windows.
Yeah, cool.
So I think you can.
Okay. He probably just needs a subscription to the
log into your Microsoft account. Once you are logged in, you can open up multiplayer and head over to a server list. Click on any server that is available. Yeah. Yep.
Can they make their own server if, like, you know, they're just like kids, you know, 10-year-old
make
kids?
One.
Yeah.
It costs money.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Because, like, is that potentially, you know, if they join a server that there's lots of other people on, is potentially not a great environment for them if they're just, like, quite young?
Well, any environment can be potentially bad for children's. So it's hard to say.
Sure.
Like, I think there are some kid-friendly servers out there, like, for sure. But I don't know any of them, and I don't know if any of them are very well maintained. So
yeah, no, that's it.
You know.
I mean, like, you know, I just sort of always figure trying to learn stuff from people who are in that world, because it's not something that I really know a lot about, except for that I've kept most of my kids sort of isolated away from digital stuff, from computers and gaming and stuff. And it's a recent thing that I've sort of given in, and they've got the Switch, but I'm really picky. Like, they have Minecraft and they have Breath of the Wild, but, like, I won't let them play anything, and they don't have online accounts for stuff or anything, because I think that's pretty dodgy for kids. And I still feel weird about letting them play computer games at all.
Well, I think, honestly, you know, like, I was actually talking to a good friend of mine a while ago about this, about whether or not kids should be, you know, playing on computers or whatnot. And I can say, like, you know, you guys know I'm 41, right?
I didn't know that.
I'm 41 years old. So I grew up in the era when computers were coming out or whatever, you know. And, you know, when I was a kid, my parents were always like, just go outside and play, blah, blah, blah. Computers are stupid, like, blah, blah, blah. Those are just toys. Those are just things you play with. You guys play video games and stuff like that. And, you know, the reality is, like, you know, I got done with high school in, like, 97 or whatever. And that was basically the time when, if you had some computer skills and stuff, you probably could have made a bucket load of money, just like a dump truck full of money. And, you know, looking back on that, you realize that, like, how ill prepared our parents were for, like, the internet, computers, like, learning to program, realizing that, you know, computers are basically going to be an essential part of life moving forward, unless there's a total collapse of civilization, and then basically you need a sword or something, you know. But, you know, the chances of civilization actually collapsing is pretty slim. So it would have been better had they encouraged, you know, hey, why don't you get into the computer field and stuff, instead of being like, you got to get a stick and light the neighborhood on fire with the fire stick, you know. So I kind of look back on that and go, like, you know, there should have been a middle ground of, like, my parents understanding what technology was more. And so I've tried to put myself in that position of going, like, well, you know, if I shelter Olivia from all technology, she's going to be behind. when it comes to other kids, and like eventually when she's an adult, moving into the world. When I was a kid, I was pretty lucky because the high school I went to was pretty ahead of its time, because the high school I went to was a what do you call it? Like, it was a prototype school. So like they were trying all
stuff.
Yeah, they were trying all these new programs and stuff like that. So like I learned the basics of music production. I learned a bunch of fine art stuff. We had like a fully operational theater. Um, my high school was pretty darn good. And so I got exposed to a lot of stuff at a young age, but like, I think it would have been better to have imparted, like, realistically how important, having a strong understanding of like where the technology was going and stuff like that, and how important it would have been to be able to implement that in the future, right?
I don't think they didn't really know, but you're talking what, 80s, late 80s, early 90s or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really had much foresight into where technology was heading.
Well, I think a lot of people did, but the parents just had such like a cavalier, attitude towards everything, that it was like, and I think, me being like an older first time parent, I'm just kind of looking back on stuff and kind of going like, yeah, I mean, like, what did my parents really know? Like, my mom had my sister when she was 26, right? So like, what did I know when I was 26? Nothing. I mean, I know nothing now, but I know like 15 years more of nothing, right? So, it's just kind of one of those interesting things, and just going like, okay, well, how much better can I be of a parent, and like, obviously it's just trying to find that middle ground of like, yeah, here's, like basic stuff like, getting out of high school, you should be able to type like 100 words a minute. You know what I mean? And just stuff like that,
that was a bit loud.
I don't know. What's that?
Stupid ads on my telephone. That's what happens when you push buttons.
That's right. Those old timers just playing ads during the show, during your live stream.
Yeah, but like you say, it's a delicate balance between how much you let them do and how much you obscure them from. Some of it can be good for them in the long run, and some of them can be bad.
I think that while they're really small, I don't think they need exposure to it at all. While they're like really little, like toddlers, and before they're at school, they don't need it. Wait, that might be the cowman.
That's probably your cowman.
Who's the cowman? I don't understand who the cowman is.
Well, see, she's got a neighbor across the way. I mean, it's a fairly long way away, but he's a cattle farmer.
Okay.
And I didn't know this before until she explained it just before, that he's got this favorite cow that, he's probably raised it since a calf, and maybe it's a house cow or something. But when it's in calf, he brings it to Sarah's paddock instead of his own, because he doesn't want his favorite cow competing, I guess, with the other cows for pasture and whatnot.
Right.
So yeah, I assume I don't know if the cow's already there yet, or if it's given birth. It probably should have given birth by now, I think. Most of the cows
she just refers to him as cowman.
Yeah, it might be the cowman. Oh, look, there's Billy. Billy! Oh, she can't hear me. The mic's on mute.
Yeah,
and she hasn't got headphones in.
Billy!
The cowman. I'd like to see artist impressions of the cowman cryptids.
The cowman. Is the cowman named Billy?
No, Billy's the dog there. Billy! You'd think a dog with its excellent hearing would still be able to hear me out of a pair of earbuds, wouldn't you? I think she's obviously too focused on what's going on outside to be able to listen to earbuds.
Yeah, there's a cow. There's a cow on the loose.
Yeah, I've got to eat it. I've got to murder it.
Bite this cow. I mean, cows, they're pretty stupid. They're about as dumb as a dog.
Probably they're
dumber than dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the cow man.
We got the chickens. We got the chickens. That's enough.
Aubrey Wright was concerned that the cowman might be a cryptid.
Oh, maybe he is. He did turn up on 4 legs, so.
Oh. I put the call out for artist impressions of a cowman.
Nice.
And I don't want imitation minotaurs. That's slacking. You can do better than that, people.
Please. Hang on. I probably should go because I had to open the gate, but he's riding back to his property to get the cow and bring her in now. So I have to be there to shut the gate when he brings her in. So I might have to disappear again.
Cow styles.
Do you want me just to remove you from the screen until you fulfill your obligation?
You can if you like. That's fine.
If
cow destiny. This is your cow destiny. You're gonna have 2 cows. You're gonna have a baby cow and a mama cow. And then that mama cow is gonna be milking the baby cow. Oh my god. These are exciting times. That's all I'm saying.
It's not bad.
I was actually expecting another calf in the paddock beside us, but apparently the cow who I thought was pregnant obviously wasn't, unless she's like really, really overdue.
She just ate too much grass.
Potentially, yeah, but there's not a huge bunch of quality fodder out in that paddock. But yeah, they're way over in the far paddock now, so I don't know what's going on with the paddock beside us.
Yes, you're a good girl. Sorry, yeah. I'll go because I feel like if I'm not watching, he's going to come in and then he's not going to be able to get the gate shut, and he's going to have his horse and his dog and his cow all out there.
Sure.
So,
Wild now.
And I'll take my glass.
What's the cowman's name? What's the cowman's name?
That's a good question. Potentially, if I knew his name, I wouldn't call him the cowman.
All of the dealings with the cowman is done with Sarah's mum.
Yeah, I think his name starts with A.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Right, let's get some.
I say that because I think that down on the gate it says A and then his surname, which I won't say.
Well,
banana.
While we've got so many people in the chat, apart from the one person that just left.
Who left? Who was it?
Yeah, I wish you could tell that stuff. Like I had someone unsubscribe from my channel today.
And we're gonna hunt you down. We're gonna hunt you down and bring you back to the chat.
G'day, T-Bane. Let's get some guesses on what the cowman's name is. Potentially starting with A.
I think it starts with A.
I think it's A.
I'll be back before long.
Liquid Zoo, hello.
And you can pull me down if you want to till I come back.
Righto. I'll keep my eyes on the backstage.
I think his name is Aaron. That's my guess.
Aaron.
Yeah.
G'day, Tropico. Yes. Continuing his James H. vendetta.
Cowman, otherwise known as James.
Are you Liquid Zoo? Are you saying it was you that unsubscribed from my channel or left? Oh yeah, look, it was 21. Then it went down to 20. Now it's back up to 24. Maybe one of those other live streams has finished and people are just piling out to all the other ones that are going on.
Who knows, man?
G'day, Jenny
You know,
Lynn. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
saw Jenny Lynn.
You know my overall goal, dude. I'm pretty much like, I just want to get down to like 1 subscriber, and then like we'll just chill and have a talk, dude. You know, and then somebody would be like, "Hey, I want to be a subscriber too," and I'd be like,
Nah,
man,
don't
we're down
need
to
any
1.
more.
Down to 1.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have private conversations with 1 person. That's gonna be it. And then
that's how you build a brand.
Yeah. It's brand building, dude. 101, baby. Get the least amount of subscribers possible. You know? I feel like, you know, who wants all this drama with subscribers and whatnot? You know? Like, what's it all about? What's it all about? What are you going to do once you have all these subscribers, you know? Then you're just going to do more work, right?
Yeah. I suppose that's one of the main guiding principles behind why I didn't want to build my channel too massively and rapidly. Was just, you know, you get over that 1,000 subscribers and you've got all this pressure on yourself to do work.
Yeah, like then you just have to like keep working all the time so you can make $30.
17 cents a month. I'm glad. What was your random number that you just threw out? $30. You said you'd make this many dollars.
Like $30 or something.
Like $30. Yeah. Well, I guess oh no, it's the other way around, isn't it? I think 17 cents American equals about $30 Australian. Something like that. Rough estimate on exchange rates there. Approximate numbers only. S has got a good theory that your 1 subscriber that you might get down to might be the cowman. That would be the world turning, the cogs falling into place. So what else has been going on apart from hanging out with Corey? Oh no, you didn't go and hang out with Corey and eat pizza. You had a sick kid.
No, I was up with Corey today. I was doing some electrical for him and stuff. A bunch of wacky projects going on up there.
And then he kicked you out saying, "I've got to do my members only live stream. Get out now."
No, I don't know. I didn't know that he was doing a stream. I just left because I was going home, and then I don't know. Then about an hour, maybe a half an hour into my drive home, it was like, "Oh, Corey's live. What are you doing?" But he doesn't like me. He doesn't like me being on his live streams because I'm too much of a loose cannon, bro. You know, I'll be like, "You people need to unsubscribe." You know, and then he'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Telling him to do that from Corey's channel, or just from
you know how it is. You know how it is, bro. Right?
I suppose if you did get some time on Corey's live streams, then that would be the ideal moment to urge people to unsubscribe from your channel. He's got a broad audience, very broad audience.
Oh, I've done like 100 live streams with Corey.
Does he still have that studio that you guys used to broadcast from? Or is that all changed?
That was his old house. I built that at his old house.
Ah, right. See, I don't even know that he's in a new house.
Yep.
But he's still got that massive tank that used to be in that studio room?
Yeah. Yeah, he posted a video about moving it.
I can't watch the big channels. I only watch the little guys.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, he's got Ladybird, the Ladybird puffer. She's in there. You know, he's got Murphy, the giant one at the store. Then he's got Ladybird is the other one. Can you hear that?
Yeah, what the fuck is
I'm
that?
just whacking my chair. He's got Ladybird, and then we built a big giant fish room there. And Dean helped out on it, did a bunch of videos with Corey on it.
Is Ladybird the same kind of puffer as Murphy?
Yeah. The female kind, though.
Has he got hopes and intents on getting the rumpty on with them?
I don't
not
think
personally, but between them.
No.
Has it even been done? Are people even breeding those puffers in captivity?
I have no idea. When they're full grown, they're huge. You need like giant. I don't know. It's chaos.
Yeah, they get like 2 foot or something, don't they? They're ridiculously sized.
3 or 4 or something. They get huge.
Far out.
Murphy's giant. Murphy is in a 400-gallon tank, and you got to upgrade that tank pretty soon. It's not big enough.
Yeah. Those. If you got a big fish, I guess it needs a big space. But it would a puffer would handle it, wouldn't it? A smaller, like they'd be one type of fish that would handle a cramped environment, I would imagine, with their lack of desire to swim too far and stuff.
Yeah, to a degree. Yeah, I mean, you obviously can't let them like crazy outgrow the tank. But like, I've got a shot of Denai puffer, that little spotted Congo puffer, and it's in a giant tank, and it's only like yay big. So like,
you've given it space to grow.
It's got lots of space. It's doing good.
G'day, Lonnie. How are you? T-Bones is asking Scun Princess if she's done any more drawings lately. Would you like to show off any art? Not only for T-Bone's benefit, but for everyone's benefit. I hate this.
Maybe.
You can't see when I throw.
Did you do a drawing of the cowman?
I didn't do a drawing of the cowman.
I'm interested.
I like the concept. As long as it doesn't look like the Minotaur.
Have you ever peed your pants over a movie that has not come out yet?
No.
I can't say that's been a reaction that I've had.
I haven't either, but I'm very excited for Dune to come out, and it hasn't come out yet, and I want it to come out.
You better make sure your bladder's continually empty then, so your pants don't fall victim.
Yeah.
I did one of those terrible ones before where I walked out into the back paddock to take a piss and put it away a little bit too early.
Oh.
I was like, oh, crikey. Lucky I don't have to go downtown today. And
you just out there on
people smell my pee. I'll just wallow in my own juices. Thankfully, it's very dry and pants. It's very dry and windy today, so whatever.
Because we all know that dry urine doesn't smell.
Yeah. That's one of my banes at the moment. Let's not go into the fragrances of urine. G'day, Jimmy P.
Why isn't this loading? Oh, okay, here we go. So it looks like the American Cichlid Association.
ACA for short.
Yeah. I think they're going to try and do... Is that what I'm hearing? Somebody sent me this. They're trying to do the...
g'day, Stephen P. Didn't see you sneak in.
Yeah, the American Cichlid Association, the American Killifish Association, the Live Bearer Association, and the Rainbow Group, the North American Australian New Guinea Fishes Association, are in attendance to help spread the cheer of this great hobby. I think all of these, yeah. So all of these conventions are going to be under one roof next year.
One roof.
And we got to go to Louisville.
That's in Kentucky, right?
In Kentucky.
I know geography.
All right. This makes sense. I might go to this next year then.
Makes sense. It does.
The end of July next year.
Oh, yeah. COVID will be a thing of the past by then, surely.
Probably not. But what are you going to do?
Make the face I just did. So, we did say things about drawings, Scungy. Did you have any to show? Did you want to show some stuff?
She didn't have a milkman drawing.
Oh, that's
No,
right. We derailed
I
with the cowman.
it didn't. I don't know because I have a few bits and pieces that I've done, but I don't have anything that's finished. I have these ones that I've been meaning to finish. I don't know.
Do I have your permission to singularize you?
No,
Okay.
because why? Yeah,
See,
but
two
you're
ducks.
not.
See, two.
You won't
ducks-
see
sorry,
any
sorry.
more.
Hold on a second. So just hold the art for just a second. I have to interject here.
Okay.
So, Two Dougs was saying stupid COVID, but I'm saying this is actually a good thing from COVID that all 4 of these conventions will be all at the same time, because they're normally spread out throughout the United States, all at different times, and they're not very big conventions. They're tiny. So if you put 4 of them all at the same time, you might have like one good convention that would be worth going to.
Yeah, it's almost a guarantee of bums on seats.
Yeah, so I'll
were.
probably be going to that one. I'd actually be motivated to go if all 4 of them are all in the same spot. Because I like the
Captain
live bear.
Savage.
Because I like the live bear convention. I like the rainbow fish. The cichlid stuff, I like to just check it out. It's not something I'm like deeply. I like cichlids, but like African cichlids and all like the tanks aren't that exciting to me. So I'm like, whatever.
I agree. Yeah,
but it'll be fun to check out some big cichlids. I like that. And then whatever the other one was, it would probably be worthwhile to go to. Okay, Scungy, back to the art. Back to your art.
P.
What do we got? What
Jimmy
drawings we got?
P
Where's the
says-
milkman drawing?
She doesn't produce work that quick.
Is it not ready? Oh,
It's just a concept.
these
Jimmy
artists.
P says, Blacky, it would do me good to hang out with you for a week, although it might kill me too.
Yeah.
But it's
Likely.
what doesn't kill you will only make you stronger, Jimmy P. As soon as
Imagine if that was so.
If only. Except like when you're damaged by the things that are like trying to kill you, and then you're not doing so good.
Yeah.
No, because I remember, like when we were kids, people would be like, you got to get the germs on you, and you got to get chicken pox, and you got to get all this stuff, and then you'll be immune to it or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but here we are in the 21st century, and we kind of know a little bit more science now that like that's not really how your immune system works. Like you don't get sick a bunch of times and then like
be immune to everything.
Yeah, your immune system isn't doing push-ups. You're just sick and all effed up. Like you're just gonna die. You're like screwed up your body by getting sick a bunch of times. You know
that I think those sentiments came out of like the 70s when parents didn't really give a shit what their kids were doing, and they
didn't care.
They just used
I don't know how often
to get the kids out of the house.
So like I'm still on Facebook because there's a bunch of fucking old people that I have to stay in contact with, and it's the only way to stay in contact with the old timers. You know, they're like, oh, what's these Twitter birds? What's the Discord? What is that? Huh? You know, they're like 9,000 years old. WhatsApp? What's a WhatsApp? Yeah. Anyhow, so I'm still on there, but then I'll see like, you know, people that I know that are 60, you know, and then they're like posting a picture of like, we used to ride around in the back of a pickup truck on the freeway, and we didn't even wear seatbelts, and we're not dead. And it's like, yeah.
Some are though.
Yeah. Do you remember the dead kids that died? No. Because they died. They're dead, and they weren't around, and you just forgot about them because you're an old piece of shit, and you just don't care about anything that happened when you were 9, you know? Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing pisses me off, you know? It pisses me off. They go like the good old days. You know, speaking of that, one of these idiots that I went to high school with was recently, maybe 6 months ago, was posting about how, you know, back when I was in high school, okay, you know, which, by the way, I'm 41, okay? And they were saying back when I was in high school, we drive our trucks to school with the gun rack with our hunting rifles in the back. And I was like, what in the fuck are you talking about? Okay, like we went to school. We went to high school. So you're talking about 1996 when we had 3 police officers on property, okay, every day.
At the school.
At the school. 3 police officers let you bring your hunting rifle in your gun rack to school. I 100% guarantee that never happened. No, we used to be able to bring our gun rack to school. What are you talking about? You did not grow up in the 1930s driving an old Model T to school or something. Like, what are you talking about? When did you ever get to bring your gun to school and they think it was cool? And by the way, I was like, in 1994, a friend of mine got shot out front of the school. They didn't die, but they got shot out front of the school. That was big time news. And they assigned more police officers to the school. Like, and I don't know what like imaginary history these idiots grew up in, right? Where they're like, well, you know, back when I was in school 23 years ago, like what?
Maybe the fuzz were only checking out the building and they weren't casing the car parks and stuff, seeing who had guns in their vehicles.
Were 100% casing the car park. The parking lot, you couldn't park in the parking lot without multiple passes on your car, right? You couldn't go into the parking lot without passing the police officer who was standing there making sure that you had the appropriate tags on your vehicle to park in there. Once you were parked in there, you could not leave with your vehicle. You, by the way, when there was lunch break at my school, you couldn't leave the campus because too many kids would leave the campus and get super high and then come back to school. Or maybe they would go get a gun. I don't know what they were doing. I was a part of maybe some of those shenanigans. I maybe partook in some of the quote unquote
getting high
and coming back to school. Yeah. But like, yeah, I don't know what imaginary history these people grew up in like 20 years ago, you know, like what the hell are you talking about? You know?
I think if you
Stephen P says it was definitely common in the South in the early 80s and 90s to keep your hunting rifles in your car at school. It wasn't okay or allowed, but it was always overlooked. All right, I'll tell you, it's possible that a bunch of hillbillies down in the South were doing dumb stuff in the 80s and 90s. I'm talking specifically the high school I went to and I attended in Western Washington in the United States of America. You could not bring your gun to school. I'm telling you, okay?
Don't take your guns to school, son. Don't take your guns to school.
So that was just what was running through my head, that song.
So in the US, our high schools are you have like a 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, and I think now they have a 5A. So the schools get bigger and bigger the higher the number goes. So I went to a 4A school that had 2,500 kids. What's that?
4A means you can only bring 4 firearms to the school.
That's right. Only 4 guns at a time. Well, no, a 4A school is like 2,000 kids and above. My school had like 2,500 kids. And, you know, I don't know what imaginary history these people lived. This imaginary lived experience that they did not have, that they've created in their mind. That like it was cool to bring your gun to high school. Like it's just nonsense, man. Like,
that's like what's his name? Anthony Jeselnik's story about taking a knife to school because he was selling it to one of his mates and got caught with a knife, and it's traumatized him for the rest of his life.
Right.
Because of the shit that he had to go through trying to explain that he wasn't bringing a knife to school to knife anyone. He just was selling it to a mate.
Oh, yeah, my son took a hatchet to school recently. 12 years old. You know, that was fun conversation with the school.
Yeah. Don't do that.
But the thing is, what happened is he had stayed at his dad's house. he had seen this hatchet that he wished to possess. He'd put it in his bag. He had come home.
Without his dad's knowledge?
Without his dad's knowledge. He had, spent the evening at home. He had then gotten up in the morning for school, put his lunch in his bag and gone to school with the hatchet still in his bag.
With unbeknownst to him, or he was
he hadn't realized that he still had it in his bag. And then he was getting stuff out of his bag and it was like seen in his bag. But that, they don't take that sort of thing very lightly, even if he innocently just wanted to chop weeds with the hatchet at home.
And also
taking it to school became quite a big deal.
And
that's not good.
That rat bastard that dobbed him in. Jeez.
I know, right? No, I think it's good.
Yeah, they got to look out. They got to look out for everyone.
It's good that the kids.
See, here's the thing.
I think brought it up and mentioned it. I think.
Yeah, here's the thing. Good. Like, I could understand. Like, so Aubrey was saying that he went to a really small school in the South. He says like 240 students from grade 7 through 12. That's a pretty small school. Like, I could understand that, like, maybe somebody was getting away with some stuff like that. But I'm talking about somebody that specifically went to the high school I went to, and they're, like, trying to act like it was the dirty South or something. Like it was all Dukes of Hazzard. We're all, like, running away from the cops in our what was that car? I think it was a Duster. Wasn't that the car?
No, what was wasn't it a Dodge Challenger or a Charger or something?
Might have been a Charger. I think it was actually a Duster. I don't know. But either way, like, and I'm like, that is not even remotely the experience of, like, the school I went to. Like, we had police officers at school every day because of nonsense constantly going on. Like, it's not like people were, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. I mean,
police were a fairly regular occurrence at my school as well. But generally, it was when someone, some kid brought mushrooms or weed to school, and they had to have a talking to by the cops. But yeah, it was never
just
for
if
firearm.
They got caught,
Yeah, it was only if they got caught.
Yeah, I don't know.
We used to do loads of mushrooms and weed at school and stuff, and never got caught.
Yeah,
You just got to get better at it, kids.
Yeah, we know. I don't know. We never really got caught.
I guess that, like, I got caught a couple of times in terms of there was one time in particular where this one teacher who was like our year advisor, and we were all smoking bongs under the bridge. And he turned up and none of us even noticed him. And then he just started speaking really loudly and said, the thing that disappoints me the most about this is that, like, 90% of you are in my year. And he shook his head and he walked away. And and then I had two other courts, maybe. Another one where the careers advisor came up to me and my friend to offer us that the job had come up, that maybe we would like to get a local job. And she, like, approached us and she came up to me and she asked me why my eyes were so red. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have a head cold, miss." And then she looked at my friend and she said, "And Sophie, why are your eyes so red?" And my friend said, "I must have caught it off her, miss." And she just shook her head and walked away from us too.
Yeah.
Bloody Sophie, get a better. I've been crying, miss. Don't just use the same excuse. Try something different, Sophie. Where's your head at, love?
Well, when you're high, I don't think you're coming up. You're not,
Yeah.
not digging deep.
Just by the way, I think it might have been a case of like, I must have caught it off her, miss. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right. When you went through Mullum High as well, didn't you?
I did.
And by the time you became a senior, they had that like coffee house thing in the senior quad.
They had that when I was a junior.
Yeah, well, it was
They
there when I left.
they
That was like
they didn't
74 years after
yeah
you
they
left
they didn't
before.
when I was a senior. They didn't really have that anymore. They'd taken that away by then.
Right.
But when I was in year 10, they gave me a classroom with like my own kettle in it and stuff.
Gave you personally?
Well, it was me personally, and then I managed to rope 2 of my friends into being able to come to the classroom too.
Yeah, I still remember to this day. I think in year 12, and I was standing in that coffee shed smoking a cigarette, and my year advisor at the time came along, and I'd pretty much just taken a draw on my cigarette and had a 30, maybe 45-second conversation with him. And then as soon as he turned around, I was like, and blew this. I don't know how I managed to be speaking without exhaling smoke, but I managed to hold my breath for a certain amount of time with cigarette smoke in my lungs. And as soon as he walked away, blew it all out. I didn't get in trouble, so maybe he was stupid.
Maybe. We painted like the windows of the classroom. Do you know like G1, the hut, like over near the creek, near where the office used to be?
Yeah,
so that was that.
Anymore.
No, I don't think so either. But yeah.
It
so
was the advanced maths room or something. That's all they used it for, wasn't it?
I don't even remember what they used it for before I got a key and everything, and they put in the kettle and stuff, but we like painted all the windows, and then we just used to sit in there and drink coffees and smoke ciggies. And our like teacher, she was just like a support. So like if I needed anything, she was there, but like didn't. Oh, I did need her. She helped me open my first bank account when my mum kicked me out of home. But yeah, she would just walk in and just like, just full of ciggy smoke and stuff in there. And she would say, can't you girls just go down by the creek or something?
Yeah, like you can't pound it too much. I'm going to bring this guy up.
Hey.
How are you, Joshua?
Everyone? I'm fantastic. Thank you very much. How's everyone?
Pretty good.
Doing all right. I got the cold.
Oh shit! No wonder you look a bit under the weather. I thought it was just the high school stories beating you down.
Yeah, probably. Probably a combination.
Yeah. It's not the COVID though, is it?
No, my daughter caught a cold, and she's little, so she coughed in my eyes. Yeah,
I'm not.
I was like trying to chill. I was like, "Oh, hey, Olivia, how you doing?" And she was like, bah! Right into my eye. I'm like, "Oh, well, I probably caught that now."
Yeah, it's an obvious entry point.
Yeah,
but yeah, I've got my money on. I've got my money on that it's not actually a cold and it's just the sniffles.
Well, it lasted a few days. She had to come home from daycare on Friday, so I didn't do a live stream on Friday because I was chilling with my sick daughter, and then I chilled with her all Saturday while her mom was goofing around. Doing what was she doing? I don't know. Vicky was doing something, and then
probably
I met with the guy. I met with the guy I'm collaborating on some aquarium project stuff that will see the light of day at some point. And then hung out with my daughter some more, and then all Sunday hung out with my daughter, and then all Monday pretty much hung out with my daughter except for
Did you freeze?
No, sorry. there's somebody was standing on the minecart tracks, and so I had to stab them with my sword.
You're playing games.
Well,
He's
something was wrong with the server.
Minecrafting and streaming. That's
Yeah,
multitasking
dude.
Right.
at its best.
I'm a wizard, bro.
Man, the last 3 weeks, I think I've had to sort out at least 4 Minecraft fights between my younger 2 sons, because they've got their own little Minecraft world now, and the older of the 2 takes great offense when things happen in his Minecraft world that he's paid for. That he doesn't want other people to do, and they go and do them, and he's cracking the dirts and having a bad time of it.
Yeah, so then Sunday I hung out with Olivia. Then yesterday I was like finally got to try to get some work done, and then it was my time to start feeling like I was coming down with the sickness. And I feel like I'm coming down with the sickness today. I'm guessing that it's probably just a pretty minor ailment, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, the sniffles.
The sniffles. It's a cold.
The sniffles. Stop deluding yourself.
I take all my vitamins and stuff. Olivia,
So
she's a great daughter, but I don't think she's taking all of her vitamins. So I'll probably get over it a little bit faster.
So for all the people listening, and for you guys too, if you've ever played any role-playing games like World of Warcraft, I have to recommend get on ascension.gg. It is fucking amazing. The ability to play a computer game with practically no limits. It's a dream come true. It's so much fun.
Yeah, no, I don't play World of Warcraft because I'm not a nerd.
Wow.
Solid. Solid burn, bro.
I'm a beardy nerd, if I ever may say. Yes.
No, I mean, I like World of Warcraft. It's just like there's too much reliance on like raiding with groups and all that kind of stuff. Like it's too much.
This is not the same. This is totally different. There's no reliance on anything. You're totally overpowered. And you can pick abilities from any skill tree. So I've got a hunter with rogue abilities, so I can go stealth. I'm a shaman at the same time. I can turn into a ghost wolf, and I've got some priestly heals, which is pretty cool.
And they pick a lane, bro. Pick a lane.
No, none of that.
But
you fucking get everything.
That sounds good, because that's one of the worst things is having to just go that and not being able to like pick and choose the qualities that you ultimately want to have.
Exactly.
I think
so
that's
I like the sound of that.
There was always certain characters in the Elder Scrolls series where they had enough access to traits from the certain things that you wanted to use, and that was still quite restrictive.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to like be able to play Elder Scrolls and stuff like that. Because like they just came out with Diablo 2, like the remastered. And like that's a perfect example of a game that like I want to play, but I don't have like the 60 hours to dedicate to, like grinding out, level 90 characters and stuff. Like I just don't.
I've played about 8 hours all up, and I'm already at level 42.
And what is it called again?
Ascension.gg.
Right. I don't trust anything that's .gg though.
Anything that's got a dot in its name, really.
It's based in Singapore, and the World of Warcraft devs aren't shutting it down. They see it as a really good test bed, and it's free to play. So
is it using the WoW? What do you call
everything.
Rules and regs and stuff?
Everything. Yep, the total engine, but revamped, and it looks shit hot. It plays really well. The experience gain is just through the roof. Like, it's all about leveling up fast and building a build and checking it out and enjoying the game, rather than this thing that's trying to capture you there for subscription money for as long as possible. They've just scrapped that altogether. Totally liberating.
So that must be like advertising or something then, huh?
They sell X packs and vanity items to
vanity
pay
items.
for this. Yeah, shit that looks cool but does nothing. So you can transmogrify your item to look like something else, and you look really cool. So yeah, people will pay real money to look cool, just like in Fortnite. You know, there's a lot of money getting churned through just to look cool.
Yeah.
What's a Blumpkin?
Don't go there.
He'll be back, I'm sure.
He really did like the idea of the Blumpkin, huh?
He booted himself out.
Super offended by Blumpkins.
Yeah, he booted himself out. Oh my god.
Tropico is saying someone needs a scungy Blumpkin.
Okay. I don't know what that means either.
I don't know what a Blumpkin is either. But
It sounds like one of those.
I'm not answering that one.
Yeah, just if you're interested, you can search for it. Just don't talk about it on YouTube. That's no go.
But is it grounds for me like kicking Fish Tropic out of the room for talking about my woman like that?
You might want to consider it.
What's going on?
Well, I don't.
Elucidate.
Fish Tropic said someone needs a scungy Blumpkin, but I don't know what a Blumpkin is.
Okay. I sort of got the impression, but totally could be wrong. It sounds like one of those words, like the made up words for
yeah,
creatures
here, I'll
that
put
don't really
I'll
exist.
Put it in the chat.
You know?
I'll put it in the chat here for you, and you can decide if you want to talk about it or not.
It says don't look it up. Fuck, I'm going to be kicking out Tropico, aren't I? Tropico,
I put it in the chat.
Have you done?
I put it in the
gotcha.
the private chat. It's the private chat, none of these other scurvy
Does that mean I have to look at private chat if I want to be able to find it?
Tropico, that's unacceptable.
I know what it is. I just looked up the Urban Dictionary so I could so I didn't have to verbalize it.
But it is. It's not really an acceptable way to talk.
GRB, can you do me a favor and kick out Fish Tropic for a little while, please?
Does Fish Tropic need a timeout?
Yes.
Yeah, I could put him in a timeout. There you go.
You defo get timeout for that.
You don't fucking talk about my woman like that, Tropico.
It's on.
There, I put him in timeout. Man.
Fuck you. All I've done for Tropico is been there for him, and he comes along and makes a comment like that. Fuck that. Give him a timeout. One of the mods that's in here.
I already did.
Timeout. Oh, thank you.
I was going to say, if he's not timed out yet, I'll go sign into YouTube and I'll do it myself.
Yeah, not good enough. There's, I accept a lot of the shit that Tropico goes along with, but you don't.
You got to draw the line.
You don't come into my stream and say shit like that about my woman, Tropico. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Fuck you 2 times. I'm going to go and do a wee.
I'm still trying to figure out why Amazon keeps sending me a thing about getting ready for the holidays. That's
when are the holidays? Like Christmas? Is that what you mean?
I'm like
Thanksgiving.
Amazon keeps sending me a thing. They're like, you're an Amazon influencer. Get ready for the holiday season. Start prepping for the holiday season. I'm like, it's October. Leave me alone. Like, what is going on here?
But isn't that like a kind of holiday season for you guys because it's like the Halloweeny
Yeah,
kind of time.
I totally forgot about trying to sell people's stuff for Halloween. I don't know. I just try to link people's stuff that's
Shame
like
on you.
I just try to link people's stuff that's like usable for fish tanks and stuff. Like, so I don't really think about the holiday season. Like, hey guys, you should check out these costume ideas. Oh my God, you could be a Captain Marvel, or you could be a sexy spinster spellcaster, or you could be a sexy Captain Hook pirate lady.
I kind of like the idea of being dressed up as just a sexy spinster.
I mean,
is that actually a genuine costume that they have on there?
Hold on, let me get a link for it, and then I'll see if it relates to. Hold on a second here. Oh God, started making myself laugh. Okay, so yeah, there are some options here, but I feel like I'm gonna have to get timed out if I post any of these into the chat. Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna have to look these up on your own time because this is lascivious. Oh, here we go. You could be you could be Wednesday. Here we go. This is good enough. This is a good. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm an Amazon affiliate, so if you guys accidentally click on this link and then buy something, I don't know, just so you know, the whatever you call it. Hey, that's right. Aubrey says we should do the my dad's shoe review. Okay, we got to look up dad shoes of the week.
Hello, Crystal. How are you?
Oh my
Good
God.
to see you.
Oh, dad. Oh my God. The dad shoes. The dad shoes are strong right now. Okay, so getting away from the dad shoes that we normally see. Here we go. I see these dad shoes all the time nowadays, because I think people that are sort of in my age group are starting to age into dad mode. And I'm starting to see these like Skechers moccasins as like the dad shoe of the like 50-year-old as opposed to the 65ers, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know what to think of it. I don't think positively on it, but I feel like just go straight to the New Balance. I think if you're going with the moccasin and you're like out at the store, you know what I mean?
G'day,
Like
brothers.
you might as well. You know what I'm talking about with the dad shoes?
Well, there's a time and a place for a moccasin, and it's when you can't easily put a shoe on.
Yeah, I mean it's 1,000 degrees where you guys live, so the rules are a little bit different.
If you want the best shoes, you got to get Merrells. Merrells are the fucking best.
Well, yeah, those are the best, but those aren't dad shoes.
But you can slip them on hands free, and that's what really makes them awesome.
No. Merrells are for normal humans like us.
Yeah.
Right? We're talking about dad shoes here.
Okay.
We're talking about those dads that have just like given up, and they only shop at like the discount shoe place, and they're like
Birkenstock.
They're like, oh, these bad boys were $17.99.
Well, yeah, but they're not even look like Birkenstocks, and you found them in a car park.
Yeah, exactly. You found them just like
I'm not using them just on the status symbol. They just fit on my feet. No, they don't really even fit on my feet. They're a size 11, and I'm a size 9.5.
You're all just kicking around in some parking lot, like these look good.
It was only a month and a half before I discovered them in that car park that my nephew, who's a qualified chef, was telling me about how good these Birkenstock chef shoes were. So I knew when I saw them in that car park that they were worth a fair bit of money, and some fucking lunatic had just left them behind. Hello, Blue Jay Jitsu. I like that name. It's really difficult to say though. So yeah, I was definitely going to pick those things up. Man, I hosed them out, before I wore them. They didn't have the inner soles in them. But I imagine if I go and buy the actual Birkenstock inner soles for them, it's probably like $150 just for a pair of inner soles. But yeah, I need something in them because they do wobble around on my feet a bit, being 2 sizes too big for me. But free Birkenstocks are free Birkenstocks. Actually, my previous pair of Birkenstocks were free as well, which were like sandal ones. But they were the absolute worst shoes that I have ever worn for grip. And you could just be walking along rough asphalt and still slip and nearly fall over, and it's like, no, they're going in the bin. They're like $250 sandals. See ya.
Yep. Bye.
Yeah, I need to get a couple more pairs of Crocs for my parentals. I think they benefit from some new Crocs, most definitely.
Yeah, probably.
Now,
I got these awesome. I got these
like
awesome
Blue Jay
Crocs.
says, they're ugly, but they are functional more than comfy. Sorry,
I got these awesome. I got these awesome Crocs that have like a slip-in sort of, not an inner sole, but like a soft part on the rubber, and they have holes all around the tip. And I went to a goth shop called House of Fetish in Sydney, and I bought all these. I bought a pair of really long spikes, like screw-in spikes, and then 4 little spikes, and I put them on the front of the shoes, so they're for kicking ass. They're weapons. They're nuts. And I wore them to a Splendor in the Grass, and the security guards took one look at me and went, "Yep, you're fine to go." I'm like, I could seriously, kick the shit out of someone's face and just slash them up. Not that I'm that flexible, but anyway, they're pretty fucking deadly. But yeah, I've still got them. I'll rebirth them and wear them again.
Okay, these are the ones that you want. You don't want the Crocs. Okay, you don't want the Crocs. You want these ones. You want Birkenstocks makes a slip-on Croc that lasts forever, and we don't have to look at your skanky toes with the stupid holes in them. The Crocs with the holes in them. I don't want to look at anybody's toes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so the Birkenstock makes these rubber clogs that are at least as comfortable, probably more comfortable. Yeah, see? Blacky's got them right there.
Remember how we frequently talk about drinking Baileys from a shoe? This is the famous shoe that I've drunk Baileys from.
Yeah, you could drink out of those because you can wash those in the dishwasher just like a glass.
Yeah.
So, I didn't. Those are the ones. These are the ones you want to go with. I've had a pair of these for at least a decade, and they don't die. So
there's a podcast that I listen to called Freedom. It's Scott Aukerman, Paul F. Tompkins, and Lauren Lapkus.
Right. Yeah,
that's such a good podcast. They're so good together, those three. I love when Scott and Paul F. Tompkins work together. They're always brilliant together. But Lauren's another great touch, and they have this whole range of doodads that you can order off their website that like Beast's little pointy spine things can accentuate your Crocs and make them ever so much more fashionable.
Yeah, I got 2 plugins. One's a skull and crossbones and one's a glow in the dark skull. Like, that's pretty cool. You get jewelry for your shoes, for fuck's sake, Right. That's awesome. That's the only benefit of the holes, is that you can adorn your shoes with crazy shit. Yeah.
You could always just add holes if you wanted to.
I guess that's the spikes.
That's the only thing that Birkenstock were potentially lax in, is that you can't adorn them with any fancy stuff except for some delicate gel insole or something.
You could adorn them. I think you could adorn them pretty easily.
Yeah, I suppose it's a matter of how much effort you want to put in. Mine never stink, Blue Jay Jitsu, but I don't necessarily have the stinkiest feet going around because I do go bare feet most of my life. And I don't. I had this discussion with my my dad last night that you shouldn't wash your feet too much.
What?
I think your feet need a healthy amount of bacteria to cope with your fragrances and shit that you present. And if you wash them too much, then you're getting rid of that bacteria and then encouraging those.
I think that if you're wearing shoes all day, you should wash your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should wash your stank feet. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
And piss
all you
piss
guys.
on your feet, for fuck's sake, in the shower. It kills
Well, I think you could like.
all the bad stuff.
I think you could.
But I heard that
you
it's
could
bad
skip
for
out
your
on the hair
bladder to wee
washing.
in the
Like, you don't need
shower.
to wash your hair every day, but you got to wash your stank feet.
I need to go deep into what Scungy just said.
It's bad for your bladder.
Bad for your bladder and your your brain bladder connections to wee in the shower.
Really?
No,
Right.
well, yeah. So I was hearing this whole thing, and that everyone should stop weeing in the shower, not because it's for any other reason that it's not a good. It's something about the water flowing and the release, and it's bad for your connections. And when you're older, you'll be more likely to be incontinent if you wee in the shower. I can't like back up any of the stuff, but the talk was by a legitimate doctor in the area, you know.
Okay.
Quite often in the shower, I have what I have dubbed now Pavlov's piss.
Pavlov's piss.
Because
Is it piss or not piss?
when I've finished washing my body and I'm rinsing my loofah puffball thing out in the shower water, I piss. And it happens every single time I have a shower. So I just call it Pavlov's piss because there's this, whether it's a physical or psychological trigger that makes me do that wee. So it's my Pavlov's piss in the shower every time I rinse my loofah out.
Well, so but potentially this lends towards the thing that it's like,
yeah, maybe it's causing more mental stuff than actual physical stuff.
I don't know. So I get a thing where if I don't need to go, but if I'm in the shower, especially towards the end of the shower, I feel like I need to go, and it must only be like a droplet, but always like if I go to finish, and then if I go, oh no, actually I wanted to, wash my face with something, or there's something that keeps me in the shower longer after that time, then it'll happen again whenever it's time to turn it off. And so I don't know if that's connected to the thing, because it's apparently about this sort of brain connection that you shouldn't, you should try and not do it when you're in the shower. I don't know.
Just in case you're outside and it's raining next, you might piss your pants or something.
I mean, that wasn't brought up, but yeah.
Logical.
Big potential.
Yeah.
So based on that, Big D says he's been pissing in the shower for 44 years and has no issues. So we look forward to the updates, Big D, as things change.
Guys. I got to do my thing and go to bed because
Good night, Corvus.
the cold, and I got to get up at 3:30. So get out of here.
I always shudder every single time you say that. I mean, granted,
right.
I think I was up at 3:50 this morning when I looked at my clock. And that was an interesting experience.
And then you went right back to sleep.
Well, I went straight back to bed, but I can't say that I went straight back to sleep. It's like one of those. It's sort of like that middle ground time of the morning when my body sort of says maybe I should just get up anyway, even though the sun's not up. But I had to deal with some stuff and then go back to bed and toss and turn for an hour or so, and had an alarm set, and it just felt like I didn't actually get back to sleep until 15 minutes before the alarm went off or something.
Or like 30 seconds before the alarm went off.
Yeah, and it's like, fuck, I should have just got up and gone and made a coffee and raked the grass or something.
All right, guys, I'll see. On that note, go rake the grass.
Don't rake the grass, people.
Yeah,
don't rake.
I'll see you next
grass.
week.
All right, take it easy, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We're all enormous now.
Enormous.
Yes.
I can change that if you like. We can go back to that.
Oh,
No,
now I'm diminished.
No, I think enormous is fine. Enormous works.
You got
I like this enormous because I can easily that's the wrong
duck
direction.
out of front.
Yeah.
But it feels like there's more hiding room,
Yeah.
which feels nice.
Guys, have you heard of a band called Tropical Fuckstorm?
No. It's a great name.
I caught them on Rage a couple of weeks ago, and oh my God, I was so impressed.
Rage still goes.
Oh yeah, Rage still goes hard. They had the COVID lockdown, band showing all the videos, and for about an hour and a half, I watched them play all their select videos of other people's stuff. That was really cool. And then they played their originals, and I was like, holy shit, where have you been my whole life? You are such Aussie battlers and so good. Like such good quality videos and concepts and just the artwork that's gone into it. God knows where they're from in Australia.
When you're watching Rage, is that like just on regular telly that plays, or can you watch it on like the streaming?
iView.
Yeah.
You can do both. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't have regular telly. It's broken at this house and I can't do it.
Yeah.
Am I going to get kicked? I'm probably going to get banned for this.
Hell no. Let's give them free
Can you
plugs.
hear it though?
I can.
A little bit.
G'day, Gianni.
But yeah, check out Tropical Fuckstorm.
I wrote it down on my paper.
Yeah, nice.
Just the look of the dude in that song that I was just playing is brilliant.
Soft Power was the one good track that I thought I'm going to support these artists. I'm buying that Insta buy. Give it to me on iTunes. I'm putting on a CD, playing it to my friends. Fuck yeah.
I love the sound of that. I'm in a place where I really need to be exposed to some new music, and I'm not overly fussy, but in terms of music that I'll really connect and play at home,
yeah,
it's not everything. I won't play everything at home, but I'm really craving some new stuff.
Did you not
got
follow,
that gets me enough to blast it at home.
You didn't follow my advice last week and go and check out 12-Foot Ninja?
No, I don't have that written down. Why don't I? I have a bunch of things written on this newspaper.
They're potentially the finest Australian export since uranium.
But do you think I will like them?
Probably not, but they're funny and they're metal. But they're clean as well, and they dance between genres like Mr. Bungle style, but they do
There
it.
you go. I've written it down now.
Probably more more to the leanings of Incubus more than Mr. Bungle.
Oh, Incubus is beautiful.
I like Incubus as well as me. I love Mr. Bungle, and I love Mr. Bungle, and I like Incubus.
Yeah, I'm of that same sentiment. I love Mr. Bungle and I like Incubus. I think you might like 12-Foot Ninja because there's plenty of like they're a very, 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 very serious band, but they don't take themselves as serious as they are. If you know what I mean, like they still do loads of comedy.
I like a bit of comedy. I've talked with people about just like there's few things. I'm trying to think of some examples. Oh, it's not even good, but like maybe like Ben Folds. And I can't remember who I was talking to, but they were just like complaining that, oh, he's a good musician, but why does he like do all this kind of jokey stuff in the middle? And I was like, well, actually, that's what appeals to me. Like, I'm not a big Ben Folds fan or anything. I would never say that. He would never be on a list of things. But if there was something that appeals to me about Ben Folds, it's the comedy stuff.
Yeah,
but
again, it goes back to the not taking themselves too seriously.
yeah.
Like the presidents of the United States of America, they're another band like that. They're, they have so many
like
fantastic
Ween.
songs.
I love Ween.
Ween. Am I gonna see God, Mommy? Am I gonna die? Spinal meningitis got me down.
I even play that song for my kids.
G'day, Angus.
They just think it's funny too.
That's another one that we keep forgetting to play in our songs as well. Is Buenas tardes, amigo.
Yeah, and we were doing the Voodoo Lady.
Voodoo Lady.
Can I just address something really quickly? Fish Tropic's back.
Yeah.
The Scungy Blumpkin is possibly not the worst thing that's been said here, Tropico, but you made the comment about my lady, and I did not appreciate that at all.
It's about getting personal versus, we're all open to,
We're open to
stuff,
fun and we're open to good times. And if you come in
getting personal
and get personal about my misso like that, then that's not cool, man. Yeah, fuck you if you're in denial, Tropico. You're in denial,
but
trying to say that you did not say what you said. That's fucked, man.
I know. I think it's.
I will not tolerate bad stuff like that.
Than engage.
Who made a comment about anyone? You did, dude. You did. Fucking just accept what you said was wrong. If you can't accept that, then just fuck off and don't come back, man. I've defended you in the shit that you've done to other people and stuff. I've been on your side and accepted you as a person. And if you want to sling shit around there like that on my stream about my woman, then you can get fucked, bro. Seriously, you can just get fucked. I won't tolerate that kind of stuff said about my woman. Anyway, back to lighter stuff.
Aww.
Fuel the fucking chopper, mate.
Did you know that headphones can love each other? If you didn't know that, sometimes they just grab on at exactly the right angle and they don't want to let go.
Well, they do.
Magnets.
Both of them do have magnets in them. Yes.
Yes.
You reckon it is? Because it's
yeah, that's exactly
they got
what
this shape. Like this.
Oh, you just mean physically, not magnetically, because they do have little magnets in them.
Look what I got the other day.
I see those sometimes online, and I've wondered to the quality of I've seen a bunch of these for sale in different stones. Is it good?
Oh, it's Kitsune. I went to the modern crystal shop to buy. I wanted some Caribbean stones, like something from Jamaica or something, and they had some Caribbean blue calcite, so I bought that. And then I went to the front desk, and they had all these fox heads But amongst all the 20 or so fox heads, there was one kitsune, a nine-tailed fox. And I'm like, that's mine. I'm taking that. And I'm going to get it set and I'm going to wear it proudly because kitsune is a beautiful energy to work with.
Yeah, I love it too. I found them because I look for crystals and stuff to make jewelry from. And I've seen, you know, in a few different stones, but I just wasn't sure. I never know buying stones from overseas as to the quality. But if you got that from the local shop,
yeah, it was expensive. It was expensive, like prohibitively so. Like I'm not going to on-sell it. It's my personal gear. But the whole thing of a stone from Madagascar carved in India of a legend from Japan, and now it's in Australia, and it's going to be around my neck within the next year or so. Like it's just beautiful. And like I looked up on YouTube the whole kitsune thing, which is a nine-tailed fox, and I mean look at my fox tails. I've at least got 9 tails, don't I? Jeez. And they said something really weird and random, like saying the kitsunes leave hair in random places, and I've been doing that my whole life since having long hair, like hiding hair. And the whole thing about weaving illusions, and it's not just illusions for your personal benefit, it's just illusions to enjoy life a little bit more. And I think a lot of people have kitsune magic on them. It's just whether or not they've recognized it yet. You know, you've got to use that illusion.
Oh, this is really trippy.
What's trippy? Which bit?
I just opened up YouTube to do something quickly, and I was listening to Josh speaking, but then I was listening to Josh speaking like just a couple of seconds ago at the same time. Yeah. Sorry. So I couldn't even process. I was just, but all done.
Check out Kitsune.
I think I beat you to why you were opening YouTube.
Maybe, but it still let me do it.
Ah, good.
So I did it.
Another thing about Kitsune was the foxfire. I don't know if you remember any stories about foxfire, but the whole UFO thing might not be UFOs. It might be fox magic, making lights in the sky. It's more earthbound. It's a nice outcome. But yeah, I resonate quite highly with Kitsune, and I hope no one ever wants to hunt me down because the fox hunts have got to stop. Foxes are cool. As much as they'll destroy your chickens or your rabbits, foxes deserve to live.
There's certainly worse introduced animals to our ecosystem than foxes.
Yeah.
Cats, there's a good start.
Yeah.
And they're in the same neighborhood of what they'll destroy and eat and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been pretty good, thanks, Steel Angus. And I had no idea that you were bottom dwellers aquatics until your message previously. BDA 2.0. Yeah, cane toads are pretty bad as well. Have you seen, either of you guys, being Australian people, have you seen any of the people that are defending the cane toad?
Yeah, I think they're established in Australia now, so I don't actively kill them anymore. I think they've got a right to live here.
Well, I don't kill them. I pick them up with tongs and I put them in my green organic waste bin and just let them die. And if they survive the immense heat of the pile of compost at the tip, then they deserve to live.
Right.
But they're still. If I see them, I pick them up and put them in my bin. There's 2 in there right now because all the little ones are out at the moment.
I was reading a whole thing where, they were basically saying that there's just no matter what efforts we're making to cull them, they're here to stay. We're not going to be able to actually get on top of them, and that the best is trying to. They've worked out that in areas where the wildlife is exposed to them in the right stages. I can't think of it right now, but that's when then the wildlife develops natural immunities and natural aversions, and that's more the goal. So they're actually taking them and they're going ahead. So there's like the line of where the cane toads are going, and so they're going that step ahead to introduce them before in the right way, so that the wildlife has a chance to survive against them, rather than just everyone trying to kill them where they already are, which is not being successful.
Yeah, well, absolutely, because every adult female cane toad can produce thousands and thousands of eggs. But there has been, I did see a story last week about a trap that has been designed and is apparently quite effective against the tadpole of the cane toad.
Yeah.
Catching millions and millions and millions of cane toads at a time. And they're, I don't know what the chemical constitution of the bait in these traps is or whatever, but they're trying to get this bait publicly available for people to be able to, kill off the cane toads at the early stage.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, and based on the pictures associated with the article, whether they were actually relevant or not, there was, doing really good at eliminating a lot of baby cane toads. But I can remember a time going bush up in the hills of Maine, and I had my snake jigger stick with me, which is the snake hook that people use, and came across a massive female cane toad, and I killed it, and I cut its guts open, and it was so full of eggs. It had probably millions of eggs, not even just thousands. This thing was huge, and most of its body mass was eggs.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, wow, I just did the environment a service killing all of these baby toads. But there was probably half a dozen more within 20 meters of me that had the same bellies full of eggs.
Yeah. Because my dad's a herpetology professor and he's studied a lot on frogs as well, which comes under the same blanket. We've had lots of long talks about cane toads, and what he's shared with me was that when they come in a wave of pioneer, they're in a pioneer mode. They rapidly breed and they're really prolific, but after the wave has passed, they're not as prolific. They're not in that survival real, this is critical for my establishment. Yeah. So we've seen a radical drop in the numbers of them in our biome, like our house or our property, in the last 10 years compared to when we first moved here 20 years ago. There was just so many of them. It was ridiculous. And I think it's the same with the geckos, the Asian house geckos. They've made their way all the way up to the back hills of Maynarm now. And they weren't here 15 years ago. Yeah. And they've spread all the way from Brisbane, and they're competing with huntsmans, which is, I've never seen a huntsman versus a gecko battle yet, but I'm sure it will happen, and I'm sure it goes down. But that would be some epic footage of a potential BBC documentary of the indoors biome of Australia, geckos versus huntsmans. Does the native win out over the introduced species? Wait and see.
I actually caught one of the Asian house geckos the other night and tried to feed it to my Oscar fish, but he's not very interested in food at the moment, and didn't take it down like he did in the one that I do have a video of him smashing.
I'm just gonna go get a drink, guys.
Okay. Drink well, get well. It couldn't get out but it was still it was like on the roof of the aquarium, and the Oscar normally like smashes any bugs and stuff that comes in, but just didn't want to attack the gecko.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. There's a video I didn't get because it didn't eat the bloody gecko.
Yeah. Introduce species honor.
Yeah, it's like feed one introduced species to another.
Yeah, they're not going to take it. No deal. No deal. Done.
Fucking hell. I don't know if Tropico is still listening, but he must be smoking some seriously good crack.
So I had a friend Kai come over the other day, and he observed my fish bowl, and he noticed that all of my native snails that I had in my bowl they looked like they've been eaten out by something. And he said, that's not a predator or a bacteria or whatever eating their shells. That's because of the acid content. So we're able to identify the pH balance was off. So I've fixed it with some bicarb for now. But those poor snails, I mean, they've been just hanging on. And I got some shrimp from my friend, from Kai, about 6 months ago, and they all got, they're all fucked. They're gone. And I think that was because the pH was too acidic. Mm-hmm. They couldn't form their shells, and they died off and got eaten.
I think everyone knows that calcium and acid don't mix very well. And shrimp need a fair bit of calcium to build their body structure and stuff.
Yeah.
But also what you should do is potentially test the water straight out of your tank and see where the pH sits.
Okay.
And then if it is a really low pH as well, then add your bicarb before you chuck it in the pond.
Okay.
Sometimes like dosing a pond with bicarb can be a what do you call it? Too rapid a change in pH and give everyone the shits. So if you can you identify that maybe your source water is a little bit too acidic, then you can prep it before you add it to your pond, even if it's just in a bucket or something, and then just add a little bit at a time, so it's not just such a drastic pH change.
Yep. Thank you.
That's what Brian Boitano would do. Is that movie too old now to make that reference?
I think Simpsons revisited that, and so it's still relevant in a way. That I had a classic the other night, and I fell for it a couple of weeks ago, where I sent a reference to a friend who's in their 20s about Encino Man, and then I realized, hang on, they're too young to get any reference to Encino Man, because Encino Man was last century.
Yeah, it was all absolutely late 80s and early 90s references.
Yeah, it's last century, and it's like, oh damn, yeah, I'm getting old. I'll be 40 next year. I was born last century. Fuck. Welcome back, Sarah.
Thanks.
What you drinking on tonight? Tonight.
Espresso Martini.
The good old. Nice.
I need at least one of them to wake me up.
Yeah.
I think that's why they work for me, because often I don't enjoy drinking, but it's like because it kind of perks you up as well as drinkiness.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah.
It's a lovely combination that you get from the Espresso Martini.
Plus you get to have coffee flavour.
They serve them at the RSL now.
Do they?
They do.
Didn't we get one at the RSL once? I thought you got one there one time. It's been a long time since we've been there, so Maybe I'm confusing it with the Clarence Corner Hotel.
I only think I've had vodka sodas at the RSL, except for one time that Emily
The Patron.
got us a tequila shot.
BDA 2.0. I like the way that looks on screen. BDA. It's like I think the point O's and the point ones had a stage where it was very popular, and now it's like it's applicable that it can be back again. Oh, Tropico didn't like my messages. I shouldn't probably get any more airtime. Sorry, dude, you pissed me off. Fuck off. Does that? No, maybe, no, yes, maybe. What?
No, what are you talking about?
I was wondering if that meant you're about to play us a song or something.
I don't know. I was picking it up because it was a thing, but you know, I don't know if I will. But I don't have much longer to be on before my kids come home.
Quick! I'm awfully sorry that I can't accompany you. But the what do you call it? The StreamYard doesn't make it possible.
The lag.
Yeah.
I restrung a guitar or helped restring a guitar the other night. That was epic. Never done that before. Lucky I had the multi-tool ready to strip up for the wires because Jesus, what a mission.
It can be. And tell me, when you were restringing said guitar, did they take all of the strings off at once, or did they just do them one at a time?
All at once.
Yeah, that can be pretty bad for a guitar.
Lack of tension. On the neck. Yeah.
Spot on, brother. Spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your neck gets used to operating at a certain tension, so it's best value to one at a time. One at a time is the way to go, unless you really need to dig in. Like if you're talking an acoustic guitar, dig in the sound hole or something else.
Yeah,
Jimmy P, no H, Jimmy P, no H.
We did the shift from a half plastic, half metal to a full metal steel string. So yeah, it's upgraded now.
Oh Jesus! On a nylon string guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, that can be very dangerous because nylon string guitars don't necessarily have the not many of them, shall I say, have a truss rod, which is a steel bar that goes through the neck to prevent it bending. So if you go from the tension of nylon strings to steel strings, it can actually mess up your guitar pretty bad. So what you should do is, whoever that person was that you helped restring that guitar, is suggest to them that they only ever play in drop C, so that there's more function on the neck of the guitar. Plus, drop C is a beautiful tuning to play in. I've got to do more of it. I need to tune one of my guitars in drop C.
Actually, that's a good idea. Not quite that, but there's a tuning that I like, which also has this C on your bottom string, but it doesn't. The rest aren't just how they would be in your normal tuning. And I don't know what it's called, but it's one of my favorite tunings. And you just mentioned that. Okay, that's where like lots of the other strings are changed too. Okay, because I would like to say
CEEGEC or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right. I want one of mine in that too. I might do that.
The first time I fell in love with drop C was Devin Townsend. which I'm sure everyone knows is one of my favorite players and singers. And yeah, he does a lot of stuff in drop C, and I'm pretty sure it's CEEG. It might even be no CEEGEC. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's a song that I like that's played in that key, and that's when I first like tuned a guitar to it to play, and I couldn't even concentrate on trying to learn the song because once my guitar was in that tuning, I just wanted to fiddle around with it and listen to all the things I could do.
I'll Google up
really
quickly
nice.
what drop C tuning is.
Okay.
Because a lot of bands used it. Even a band that I used to play in, there was what was the band called? We Might Be Ghosts. They had a couple of songs in drop C. I was just a fill-in bass player, though I didn't matter. So, drop C is CGCFAD. It's not obviously not.
But that also doesn't sound like the ones that you were saying before sounded closer to the ones that I think it was that I was thinking of.
I think there's a difference between drop C tuning and open C tuning. So the open tunings mean that you can strum all of the open strings and they'll provide you that chord. Whereas drop tunings generally mean that you can do bar chords and stuff like that a lot easier. And lol, I looked up drop C tuning, and the second most popular question in Google is, will drop C tuning hurt my guitar? Or damage my guitar. Yeah, so GRB is right. That is drop C tuning, but open C tuning is potentially more likely to be the one that Sarah's talking about. Beat that. Anyone? Come on. What do you got?
No, nothing. I got nothing.
If I try and burp, I'll just have to bring up stomach contents, liquid stomach contents.
That's your one. I put your entry in for you. You can
Thanks,
maybe play a song instead of a burp, and we'll rate it according to how good it is against my burps and Josh's burps.
Well, I don't think it will be able to compare.
I mean, it's an opportunity for a future game that we could play on the live stream. Is this burp better than this song? Vote now. Text 1311666. That's not even a phone number, is it? But is that what you're going to do? Are you going to play us a song? Because if you are, I'm going to roll a cigarette and maybe do a wee before you start, because I don't want to miss it.
I don't know. We've been doing it, so I was thinking that we might do it, but I don't know.
What?
You know, I always like want to, but then the kind of like, what's the word? Like this sort of like forum that we're in, then I get shy and embarrassed.
Too much focus. You gotta break free of that. It's all about the attention, and being on stage is quite fun. Being the locus of attention. I
reckon I'm like one of those people who, if I was on stage, I need to like face backwards to the audience or something.
Just look at the drummer the whole show.
Yeah.
That's me. But the other thing is that I close my eyes a lot when I sing, so that helps.
Right.
in that sort of thing. But already, like, I feel it's taken me a long time to just be comfortable enough to sit here and be on a stream and talk and stuff.
Oh, blooded.
Who would know that if you just pick at your fingernails expecting to maybe play some guitar that you bleed all over the shop?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean,
I used to make my strumming fingers bleed all the time, like just under the nails, you know, the bit at the bottom of the nail, and it would just be destroyed and bleeding after I'd played. You know. Yeah.
The
because
only
I'd just get so into it and get so vigorous, and it was only afterwards I'd be like, wow, I really destroyed my fingers.
The only time I used to focus on the drummer a hell of a lot was in one of the bands that I played in a few years ago. One of our drummers was a nasty heroin addict. So it became my responsibility to monitor him and make sure he wasn't falling asleep mid-set. And it was an unfortunate occasion that sometimes I'd be really drunk playing our sets and I'd forget to watch the drummer and make sure he wasn't on the nod, as it were. And yeah, you know, it's pretty terrible situation when your band has a guitar player that gets really drunk and a drummer who gets fucked out on heroin. And it's the drunk guitar player that's supposed to be responsible for the heroined out drummer.
One of my friends had the exact same situation, but
me,
not your situation, but the drummer was a heroin addict, Adam Rodder, and Adam would get on the nod mid-set. He'd play really fast, and then all of a sudden he'd just go.
Our dude was like, he'd be mid-song, smashing away, no worries at all, and then his head would start to go back.
Nerd.
And he'd just be gone.
Time and a place.
Half an hour.
Yeah, not a good look. Not a good look. All
yeah,
right.
the only good thing that came out of that was that he had a nice VW Golf. I was a little bit tricked out and stuff, and after one show, and he knew he couldn't drive that Golf home. I had to drive him home. Yeah, I was probably a little bit drunk too, but I wasn't, ODing on heroin.
Yeah.
Drove him home, and then I had this tricked out VW Golf for a few days until he, finally rang me and said, "Hey, can I have my car back?"
Nice. Those things rip. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Golf GTI, and it had extras and stuff. He's a banker guy. He had money. That's why he's on heroin every day, I guess.
Ugh. Fucking hell. Don't do that, guys. No. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, don't do it every day. Just smoke it on Fridays like I do.
Ugh. Nah.
You got a song for us, Gunji? What are you going to do?
I was going to do the...
That sounded like a really good first lyric, actually. I was gonna... Write that down. Well...
Yeah.
On your guitar playing.
No, that's okay. I forget. Like, I actually can't hear that because my headphones are in. So I kind of wasn't really thinking that everyone could hear that. Whatever I was just playing then. I can't play that up here because it's too high.
Righto.
So yeah, I don't know. The one that I was thinking of doing, but again, I don't know. It's just one I thought of because it's one that I know without looking at anything. But I haven't done it.
To start.
But I haven't done it for ages. So as usual on here, that might fuck me up.
There's one way to find out love.
Yeah, now I don't. Now I want to put it away and wish I didn't pull it out. But
Well, as soon as I heard the first 3 notes, I was like, "Yes, I love when she does this song." No,
This
I'm gonna
one?
put it away. No.
that one, yeah, I'll give it a go. You know,
Oh, thank you. I love it when
you
you
can
play
and
this
you
song.
can forgive me for all my errors, but I'm gonna pull my headphones out because legitimately I can't even hear the guitar when I've got them in.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm going
One
to go
in,
and
one
do a
out.
wee so that I don't miss too much of your performance, but I'll still be able to hear you because I'll just be a few meters over there.
And
Yeah.
with
I
all of
might
the tree
I might
trunks.
have to go because my battery's getting low, but I'll stick around for as long as possible.
Okay.
Righto. Good heads
Yeah.
up.
I don't promise it will be worth sticking around for.
Well, just put one
I-
headphone in.
I, on
She
the
can't
other
hear us
hand,
now.
promise it will be
Mhm,
worth
mhm.
sticking around for.
All right.
You say I only hear what I want to. You say I talk so all the time. And I thought what I felt was simple. And I thought that I don't belong. And now that I am leaving, well, I know that I did something wrong, 'cause I missed you. Yeah, I missed you. You say I only hear what I want to. I don't listen hard. I don't pay attention to the distance that you're running to anyone, anywhere. I don't understand if you really care. I'm only hearing negative. No, no, no. So I turn the radio on, turn the radio off, and this woman was singing my song. Lovers in love and the others run away. Lover is crying 'cause the other won't stay. Some of us sorrow when we weep for the other who was dying since the day they were born. Well, this is not that I think that I'm thrown, but I'm thrown. And I thought I'd live forever, but now I'm not so sure. You try to tell me that I'm clever. Well, that won't take me anyhow or anywhere with you. And you said that I was naive, and I thought that I was strong. Oh, I thought, hey, I can leave, oh, but now I know that I was wrong, 'cause I missed you. Yeah, I missed you. You said you called me 'cause you want me, and one day you let me go. You try to take away a keeper, or keep me 'cause you know you're just so scared to lose. And you say, stay.
Very nice.
I think that was it. It's quite impressive that I remember that. I don't know.
It brings up some high school memories for me. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, learned it from tabs at high school, and I play it about once a year since then, and it still like comes up in my memory. So I feel like, thank you, brain.
Yeah,
brain.
I remembered half the words too.
Yeah,
It wasn't even music that I like fixated on or liked.
Yeah,
but it's still a beautiful song.
I didn't like it, and I found that a lot of songs that I like, I can't sing, and a lot of the songs that I sing are songs that like I don't really like a lot.
Yeah.
But more suited to my voice, I suppose. So,
just to check my memory, it was Lisa Loeb, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't really like it very much. Like it was like, but you're about the same age as me, aren't you, Josh?
82 model, I am.
Okay, I'm 83. So yes,
83.
we're like in that same ballpark.
Yeah,
bracket.
Yeah.
That was another one that, like, Leonardo's Bride song that I tried the tablature when I was younger, and I just gave up on it because I considered it too difficult. And then I see Scungy playing it beautifully, and I'm like just blown away because it's just so easy. See you, Stephen Pete. Have a good sleep, I guess. I was going to say night, but your night's over if you're going to bed, isn't it?
Well, guys, my phone's getting hot. I'm down to my last percentiles. I better say goodbye. Lovely hanging out with you.
Goodbye.
That StreamYard really makes your phone cook, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I like one time I was StreamYarding from my phone and I just couldn't even touch it. It was that hot. It was ridiculous.
I've never done it, I don't think. I did it for one little quick walk from the computer to the fish tank one time, like a year or so ago.
Yeah, if you're like more than 5 minutes, that thing starts to cook and you get scared that it's going to explode in the palm of the hand.
Yeah, it's not good for battery. All right. Love yous and leave yous. See you guys.
All right. I love yous and leave yous too.
All right. Bye.
See you soon. And then there were two.
There were.
How good is daylight savings? Isn't it just the best? Not.
I hate it so much.
Fuck daylight savings.
Fuck it. In all the worst places.
So can anyone confirm with me if Captain Savage Aquatics is also Tropico? Because I booted Captain Savage as well for saying the same shit that Tropico did earlier. I probably shouldn't have.
It probably is. And yeah, I think that giving it less attention and just like removing and just like not giving attention to it is the best thing.
I agree. That's all they want.
Yeah.
Mummy didn't cuddle me enough. Fuck you guys. But anyway, it's been a good time otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean, we got how much time have we got to spare? Do you have time to do us another song or something?
I might have 15 minutes or so before the kids get home. So, I can do something. I just don't know then what to do. Like, yeah, I just don't know. For some reason, there's this bunch of songs that are coming like to my head that I'd like to sing. I haven't sung for ages, but I don't think that they're really good for everyone. Or maybe they are. Maybe people will like them.
You've got to
the ones like
playing them, baby.
Well, yeah, but like nothing because I really haven't been practicing or playing anything, so I don't really know. like they're also ones that I tend to play around with the capo on, and I don't know, but you probably know, like you've probably heard me singing them, like sing at the top of your voice, love without fear in your heart. Those ones? Do you know that one?
I don't know that one. What is that one?
It's called Scare Away the Dark. Sing at the top of your voice, love without fear in your heart. Feel like you still have a choice. If we all light up, we can scare away the dark. You know it from this bit, if I can. I think it's in the wrong key still for me, but we wish our weekdays away, spend our weekends in bed. We drink ourselves stupid, work ourselves dead and all, just because that's what Mum and Dad said we should do. No, I didn't get the chords right, so I've got to stop it. But do you remember that now?
I remember the "That's what Mum and Dad do" line.
Yeah. And then
What song is it?
Scare Away the Dark.
Yeah, it's not in the book, but I seem to remember it.
Yeah, I've sung it a bit, but I never thought it was really up to the, like, sort of, it was not that interesting. Like, I kind of like singing them a bit.
Don't confuse the two Looney Tunes 3DA.
But even better, what's like you should like request me, and then I would try what you should suggest.
You heard it, people in the chat. Sling some requests.
All right. If people in the chat sling requests, though, you have to relay them to me, and then like maybe will give them a go if you like.
And hopefully there are songs in the repertoire already that people have heard you play them before.
Sure, maybe.
Can't believe my finger's still bleeding. Must have done a number.
Clodding's not going good.
Maybe I'm sucking too hard on it.
for? I should know by now. See, I've a big old heart, and this I know for sure. But I don't know what my love is for. I should know by now. Wait in line so I can wait some more until I can't remember what I came here for. But I can't leave now, 'cause I've a light that shines and a love so pure. But I don't know what to use them for. I should know by now. I spent my money, I lost my friends, I broke my mobile phone. 3 a.m. and I'm drunk as hell, and I'm dancing on my own. Taxi cabs ain't stopping, and I don't know my way home. Well, it's hard to find a reason when all you have is doubts. It's hard to see inside yourself when you can't see your way out. Hard to find an answer when the question won't come out. Oh, everyone's filling me up with noise. I don't know what they're talking about. Oops. Got that chord wrong, and that breaks the magic of the song, because I like it, but it's emotional. Everyone's filling me up with noise. I don't know what they're talking about. You see, all I need is a whisper in a world that only shouts. That might be a little bit too sad. Now, can we do that's like upbeat?
I mean,
and merry and
like GRB says, it might be sad, but it's beautiful as well. It's a lovely song.
I like it. I particularly like. I really like when it comes to that end bit. Like I really identify with those little bits of lyrics, and I like feel that a lot. So that's good when you're trying to sing a song and it's like, you know, you can kind of like connect with that. But what's something like fun and up a beat that we can do, that I can do? You can't do it.
First day.
Yeah, but didn't we do that last week? Did we? No, we did it when we were together on Pam's, maybe.
Yeah, we did. My fingertips still remember.
do that because I've like never played it before. So that's a bad choice. So you're not going to do any requests? Maybe I'll just leave it for this week because like I'm pretty much up on time.
I put the call out there, but no one put any requests in. But also potentially it's people might not know what's in your repertoire and stuff. Maybe.
Well, I thought it might be like fun to just try something that I don't know what it is. That I've never even tried before.
Actually, I really like that idea.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Someone just put something up. I'll look it up and I'll give it a whack. Can't be worse than what I already do.
There we go. Alyssa Bentley has said, "Only Happy When It Rains" by Garbage. Not a bad song.
Okay.
And R.I.P. that chick from Garbage. Bloody hell, what was her name? I thought I had her name in my memory.
Did she die?
Yeah, she died quite young.
No, I didn't know that.
I don't think she's 27 Club. I think she was a little bit older than 27 Club, but yeah.
Right, I can look it up. I just found that Strokes one. You should write that on the list. Will you write the Strokes someday on the list, please?
If I can find the appropriate biro.
So what's the song called?
I've lost it. Only Happy When It Rains.
Okay.
And you wanted Someday Strokes in the list.
Yeah, I'd like Someday Strokes. But yeah, I actually can't say that I know this song. What's the Garbage song I know? The one about
I'm only happy when it rains.
Yeah.
It's a fairly traditional melody.
I might never be required to have like a little bit more knowledge of the song than this, though, to actually try one. It goes. Yeah, I just don't actually even know the song. What's the one that they do? Like Vow. That's the one I know.
By Garbage.
Yeah. Isn't that what it is?
Well,
That's theirs.
I'm not 100% certain that I know that one.
Tear your little soul apart. Yeah.
Do you want to have a crack at that one instead? I mean, we're halfway there. Different title, same band. It's like 50% achievement.
It's probably the only Garbage song that I know.
Hang on. It was sorry. Yeah, I think I'm wrong. I think it was the singer from the Cranberries that died, not the singer from Garbage. What was that name?
The singer from the Cranberries did die.
Yeah, Shirley.
Shirley was probably a Garbage girl.
Yeah, I think that was the singer.
But I won't be able to know all of these chords. It's like, yeah, maybe this is an erroneous thing. Hello. Hi. Yeah, you'll need to do this bit, like, probably. I don't know any of these chords. So yeah, this may not be the best one because like I know kind of how it goes, but I don't know any of these chords. So, you know, it's a good song though. I like that one. Val. Val by Garbage.
Now, these guys, Alyssa Bentley at least raises an interesting point that any Danzig song with a female voice would sound sexy, and I kind of agree.
I really need to try those, but probably not in like this format.
Especially not necessarily knowing Danzig songs, especially Mother. Mother has got like some nuances that potentially you need to hear before you try and play it. Yeah, good call, Lonnie. I think that's where she's going.
Yeah. Many ways thou miss the good old days. Someday it hurts to say, but I want you to stay. Sometimes we were young, oh man, did we have fun? Always. Promises they break before they're made. Sometimes. Oh, my excess, I'm lacking in depth. I forget how it really goes, but I will do my best. You say you want to stay by my side. Darling, your head's not right. See, alone we stand, together we fall apart. Yeah, I think I'll be alright. I'm working so I won't have to try so hard. Tables they turn sometimes, or someday. No, I ain't wasting no more time. Kind of it. Hang on, I gotta pull that off. And now my fears, they come to me in three. So why sometimes say fade, my friend. You say the strangest things I find. Sometimes oh, my ex says I'm lacking in depth. I will try my best. You say you want to stay by my side. Darling, your head's not right. See, alone we stand, together we fall apart. I think I'll be alright. I'm working so I won't have to try so hard. Tables they turn sometimes, or someday. I ain't wasting no more time. Sorry, again, that's one I would like forget how it kind of goes. Like, I used to be able to like play it fluently, but I don't remember it really. But also, I'm gonna have to go because I've got little lovely loves who have arrived home, and
All
Trying
right,
to
G'day, Loki. I know he can't hear me. I forget.
He
that you
can't
only
hear
work
you.
with
You're
friends.
only in my ear. But yeah, so
Let's just call it quits then, shall we?
well, yeah, I'm gonna. But you know, hey, that was fun. I miss singing.
Good. I think I can speak for probably all of the people in the chat that we really do enjoy listening to you sing. But yeah, let's call it quits. We've nearly gone 3 hours. That's good enough.
Yeah, well and good.
I got a lot of tree lopping to tidy up and stuff.
Yeah, save that wood for me.
Yeah, I'll make a pile of the good stuff. All right, everyone. Thank you heaps for hanging out with us and, chatting and getting involved. And, BDA needs some entertainment. Hopefully someone will provide it for you, BDA. Otherwise, just go and look at some Anthony Jeselnik's stand-up comedy. That's my go-to when I need stuff to watch is Anthony Jeselnik. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out and popping in and all of that stuff. Oh, Kevin's live. Surprise, surprise. Doesn't Kevin go live every night anyway? So, go and if you desire more live streaming, go and pop over to Kevin's stream and tell him that Scungy sent him, because Scungy always recommends live streams to all the viewers. All of her favorites. Go into Kevin's stream and tell Kevin that Kevin's stream is Scungy's favorite, apart from her own, this one. But thanks heaps everyone for hanging out. And we'll probably, I guess we might just do it again next week and get that one closer to the 100 mark. We're approaching it. What the hell are we going to do on the 100 episode? Maybe, email me, drblack66@gmail.com. Right, BDAs. Kevin is not live. It's expected, I guess. drblack66@gmail.com. Email me your suggestions for what we ought to do for the 100th episode, even though I'm sure I've done at least 179 streams. But by this title, only 100. Coming up quick, let's do something special that doesn't involve a giveaway because I'm a POV miser.
I can give away a picture.
Ooh.
Maybe if that's something that's like,
If you give away a picture, I will cover postage.
Oh yeah.
Righto. Let's do that. There's our first we did that, BJ. We did that. I think I covered. Yeah, you did email me, BJ. We sorted that out, I think. I mean, we didn't sort it out, but we looked at it. And yeah, swing us requests. We if you send us requests for songs, maybe that we could do on the 100th, we may time it well enough to be in the same place at the same time for the 100th, perhaps.
If we've got enough notice, we can try and make things work in that way.
So yeah, if you've got stuff that you want to hear, you want us to talk about, or you want to see. Whoa, BJ's passing a kidney stone.
Oh, that sounds unpleasant.
Yeah, never fun. Never fun. Not that I've ever experienced one. That's some lyrics right there. Yeah, everyone, thanks for hanging out. And, like I said, shoot us an email if you've got requests for what you'd like to see on the stream. You know the email address. And apart from that, I think I said thanks like 19 times already, maybe 17 times. But thanks again.
Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking.
Me too. Yeah. Me too. That's exactly what everyone was thinking. So, as per usual, we'll see yous when we're looking at you.